Okay, so good evening, everyone. So we'll just see what do you mean by elastic demand? Rahul, can you tell what do you mean by elastic demand? Think and tell. Elasticity means more change. Proportionate change will be more. Yes. Can you tell what is elastic demand?
Is the measure of consciousness of demand of goods.
Louder.
Is the measure of responsiveness of
Uh,
the demand for a good to change
uh.
its price.
See, that is what you use the words in a clear manner. Here, the percentage change in quantity demanded when it is less than percentage change in the market price, there it will be inelastic. When the percentage change in the quantity demanded is more, then than the percentage change in market price, then it will be elastic. Okay, keep this in your mind. Once more, Pranav, can you tell that? No need to read out all these things. You just tell what do you mean by that?
Percentage
Uh,
demand is more and
is more
the
in what?
price is less.
And then, no, it's not price is less or price is more. Here we are talking about percentage change. Okay, percentage change in quantity demanded. Like I told you, 20 percentage change or 40 percentage change in price. Like that situations I told you. So what happened here when percentage change in quantity demanded, if it is less than percentage change in the market price. For example, in the previous example, we saw that how much percentage change in happened in the quantity, that was 20 percentage, right? Okay, 20 percentage for example. Okay, another how much percentage happened in the field of price?
40.
40 percentage. That was the example given. Now in this you can see the percentage change in the quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in the quantity, percentage change in the market price. So this situation we can say that what kind of elasticity it is? It is, say,
For essential goods.
no. What kind of elasticity, whether it is elastic
In
or
in
inelastic? So it is
NLS.
inelastic. So there you can see that elasticity of demand, how it is, it will be always less than 1. Okay, this is one situation. Inelastic demand, elasticity of demand always will be less than 1. Okay, another situation, what is that? If this instead of 20 percentage, you feel you see that if it is 60 percentage or something like that. So here, which one is more? Quantity demanded or price? Which one is more?
Quantity.
Quantity demanded. Like this, in this kind of situation where percentage change in quantity demanded is more than the percentage change in market price, that situation, the demand will be elastic. It is responsive, too much responsiveness you can see from the side of demand. That kind of that we call it as elastic demand. It is very flexible, like that we can say. In that case, elasticity will be greater than 1. Okay, next one, unit elasticity. For example, the 20 percentage change happened in the field of price. The same 20 percentage happened in the field of quantity demanded. In this case, you can see the elasticity will be 1 equal to 1, or it is also known as unitary elastic, or it is unitary elasticity. Okay, got it? So these are the three types. Now next what you are going to see is that from this again some subdivisions are there. Okay, see, perfectly elastic demand. Okay, perfectly elastic demand and perfectly inelastic demand. Two types, perfectly inelastic demand and perfectly elastic demand. Now the first one, perfectly elastic demand. When there is a small change in price, keep it in your mind, when there is a small change in price of a product, creates a great change in demand. Okay? What is that? When there is a small change in price and it leads to a great change in demand, it is called perfectly elastic demand. Same way, when there is a small price in increase, price results, what will happen? There is a fall in the price, what will happen? Sorry, there is a small rise in price, it results in what? Fall in demand to zero. There is a chance like that also. So, a small change in price leads to a great change in demand, that we call it as perfectly elastic. So, in that situation, very small change in price, a very small rise in price, sometimes it will lead to zero demand. That kind of change we call it as, that kind of elasticity we call it as perfectly elastic demand, and we say that ED is equal to infinity. I hope you know the symbol for infinity like this. Okay, I could not put that symbol in this, that's why I am drawing. Okay, so here, what do you mean by perfectly elastic demand? I want one person to read. Amal, can you read it out? What do you mean by perfectly elastic demand? What is that? Amal,
When a
yeah.
small change in price of a product
Hmm.
causes a major change in its demand,
Uh, it is
it
said to
is said
be
to be perfectly elastic demand.
demand. Hmm. What is the speciality in that? In perfectly elastic demand, a very small rise in price also result to what? Fall in demand to what level they have given? To zero. Okay, so when you know that 0 divided by something, you will not get a, or divided by 0, you will not get a result, right? So when there is a small fall in price, it results in demand to infinity. That we call it as perfectly elastic demand. ED is equal to infinity. Sanam, what do you mean by this?
Infinity.
Infinity. Okay, let me show the, yes, here. This is perfectly, the first one is related to perfect elastic. Here, prices, here one more situation, it's a very small price they are talking here, or you can see that even if there is no change in price also, the quantity demanded is going on increasing. Okay, very small rise or no change in price also, what is happening here, the quantity demanded is going on increasing. They are not seeing that whether any change is happening in the particular price or not. So always the perfect elastic curve will be, elasticity curve will be like this. It will be a straight line, quantity will be going on increasing even at a very small rise in price, or even if it is not changing. What we said always, that price, that if there is a reduction in price, quantity demanded will increase. But is it that function will work in this or what? Is it like that? Prices reducing, quantity is increasing, something like that. Can you see? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
So here, just otherwise understand that small rise in price, they are not showing here any rise or increase. Why they are not showing? Because it is very, very minute, which need not be shown. That is the assumption. Do you think that this is possible in the normal world? Hmm? It's not possible actually. It's a theoretical, hypothetical one. Okay. So I can say like this, but this will not happen. Okay. It's an imaginary situation. Okay. So what is the situation here? Even though a small rise in price or even small reduction in price, which is very minute, which cannot be shown on the graph. But still what happens? The quantity is going on increasing. It is going to infinity. Okay, so one situation, the first one is perfectly elasticity, perfect elastic demand or perfectly elastic demand. First situation. Okay, Now, second one, perfectly inelastic also, you can see that this will not happen. Okay. Second one, yes, perfectly inelastic demand. Now, what is the definition for that? No change produced in demand of a product with a change in its price. This is the definition for perfectly inelastic demand. There is a change in the price, but what happens? No change in the quantity demanded. Once more, what do you mean by perfectly inelastic demand? No change produced in the demand of a product, or no change in the demand with what? Change in price. So the numerical value, if you see perfectly inelastic, that is ED is equal to 0. This also we cannot see in this normal world. This is also an imaginary. For example, perfectly inelastic. Here, what is happening to the price? What is happening to the price? Sanam, what is happening to the price in this? In this particular graph, perfectly inelastic.
Uh, at the study,
Prices?
I don't know. No.
I can't hear, my dear. What are you telling? Kevin, can you tell what is happening with the price in perfectly inelastic? I hope you can see the graph.
Ma'am,
Yes.
perfectly inelastic.
Hmm.
Ma'am, the price is changing.
The price is changing. Okay. So what about the quantity?
Quantity is increasing.
Quantity is increasing.
No, quantity is the same.
Quantity is the same. And what is happening to the
And
price here? Price
price
is
is
changing.
increasing or
Okay.
decreasing.
Now, according to the law of demand, what we have studied? According to the law of demand, what we have studied?
And price increases,
Hmm.
demand
Demand
increases, and
decreases. Now,
decreases.
see here at this point P. Okay. What is happening to the quantity? They are choosing this much. OQ quantity they are choosing. Price is increasing to P1. So when according to the law of demand, it should be that it should reduce. But here again, you can see that the quantity remains same. That means OQ, it is remaining same. So this is perfectly inelastic. Whatever happens to the price, there is no change in the quantity demanded. That kind of
Ma'am,
situation. Yes.
perfectly inelastic means like all this basic necessities, right?
You can take it as a
Essential items.
basic necessaries. Here you can take it as basic necessaries, but even this also, if it is price is increasing too much, okay, we can't say perfectly it is inelastic. We can say relative inelastic. Okay, it can be inelastic. We may reduce the quantity, but this cannot be like perfectly inelastic. For example, even though it is increasing to a very great extent, there is a chance that we may reduce a little bit of quantity. So these two situations, perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic, it's not existing. It is for you to understand. It is a little bit of imaginary. But this can happen in the field of inferior goods, or not inferior goods, normal goods or essential goods. It can happen, but still we can't say that elasticity will not be like, it will not be like equal, it will not be equal to zero, like that. It will not, there will be some change will be happening. Okay, for example, maybe 50 percentage increase happened in the price, maybe a 10 percentage at least reduction will be there in the matter of quantity demanded, because that much increase happened in the price. Okay, so that is second one. So two types of elasticity here: perfect elastic demand, and another one is perfectly inelastic demand. What do you mean by perfect elastic demand? Anish, can you tell? What do you mean by perfect elastic demand? I don't want to go beyond without telling. Yes,
When a change,
small
when a change in
change.
price of
A
food,
small
a
change,
small
okay,
change
leads to,
cause a major change in its demand,
yes,
then
great
it's
change in demand. Then it is
said to be perfectly elastic demand.
perfectly elastic. And what is the elasticity of demand during in this particular case? It will be,
Zero,
huh? That's what I told.
not infinity.
Infinity. Okay. Now, what do you mean by perfect inelastic, Nestle? Nestle, perfectly inelastic. What do you mean by that? Vishnu, perfectly inelastic. What is that? I'll mark absent, okay? Those who are not talking anything, those who are not responding. Akshay,
The demand stays the same, but the change in price is there.
what is it? No change in demand with the change in price. What is the numerical value?
0.
ED is equal to 0. Okay. Now, next is relative elastic demand. Now, what do you mean by relative elastic demand? It refers to a demand when the proportionate change, here we are bringing the proportionate change, okay? Proportionate change produced in demand is greater than proportionate change in the price of the product. Before I told you 25% increase and 20%, 40, 20% increase and 40% increase, I told you. That calculation, the proportion we are taking here, relatively elastic demand, what do you mean by that? When there is a proportionate change produced in demand is greater than the change in price, percentage change in price, that kind of elasticity we call it as relatively elastic demand. So here with one example it is given. What change if price of a product is increased by 20% and demand of the product is decreasing by 25%. So here you can see the proportion is different. Which one is more? Which proportion is more here? Price increases, product demanded decreases. Price increase by how much percentage?
30.
Price increase by how much percentage?
20%.
20%. And the demand for the product decreased by how much percentage? 25%. So here you can see that ED will be greater than 1. How to do that? You know how quantity will be on the top, price will be below. If you divide, you will be getting 1 point something. Okay, so like that, if you see, whenever the price of a product increases or the price of the proportionate change in the product, if it is less than the proportionate change in the demand, or put it in another words, when the demand proportionate change produced in the demand is greater than the proportionate change in the price of the product, the ED will be always greater than 1. What kind of elasticity it is? Relative elastic. It is relatively elastic. Abhilash,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you mean by relative elasticity?
When the demand is when the demand produces proportional to
When the
the change in
proportionate
price of
change,
term.
yes, once
Yeah.
more,
When the proportionate change produced in demand is
more,
greater than the price of the product.
greater
The
than the
change in the
proportionate change in the
change in the price
price.
of the product.
Okay, then elasticity will be
Relative.
relative. At the same time, it will be greater than 1. That situation, we call it as relative elastic. Kevin, got what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that? Say.
Relatively elastic demand
What do you mean by that?
when the change produced when the demand is higher than the change of price of product.
That is known as relative elasticity. ED will be always greater than 1.
1.
Okay. So keep this in mind. Don't get confused. Next one, sure. Yeah, before that, let me show the, yes, this is relative elasticity. Yes, relative elastic demand. What change is happening here? You can see P1, from P it is increasing to P1. You see that how much change is happening. And here this you compare quantity demanded. Which one is more here? Price change or quantity demanded? Which one is more here? Sanam?
Quantity.
Quantity demanded is more. So if you see the proportionate change in quantity demanded is more than proportionate change in price. That kind of elasticity, we call it as relative elastic. It will be more flatter. The curve will be more flatter. So here ED will be always greater than 1. Okay. Next one, relative inelastic. Relative inelastic demand is percentage produced in demand is less than the percentage change in the price of a product. Okay, before I told that in this case, 20% change in the price, 25% change in the demand. Okay, now here what they are telling, price is increasing by 30%. It is increasing to 30%, but what happened to the demand change? It is only 10%. Then the demand will be relatively inelastic. It is relatively inelastic because 30% change happened. According to that, it is not changing. Very less change is happening in the demand, only 10% change is happening. So that kind of elasticity, we call it as relatively inelastic. Now here if you see the numerical value, it will be always less than 1. ED will be always less than 1 and it ranges between 0 to 1. It can be point like that. It can be 0 or it can be 0 to 1. Like it is not 0, it can be 0 to 1. Okay. So that graph, let me show you. This is the one. Here you can see the price. This much change happened in the price and this much only change happened in the quantity. So a great change happened in the price, which resulted in a very less change in quantity demanded. This kind of elasticity, we call it as relatively inelastic. Okay, Basuri, you got what I said? Basuri? Is it that you have taken a pledge when teacher calls, you will not talk? Is it like that? Okay, Nestle. Anish?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by relatively inelastic demand?
Ma'am, when the price is corresponding to,
Is it price is corresponding to?
ma'am, the quantity demanded.
No. Here, that is why I showed you the changes in price here, this much. Changes in quantity, this much. What difference you can see in that change in price and change in quantity? Anish?
Ma'am?
Yeah, change in price. This is relatively inelastic. So here you can see change in price, right? From P to P1, it is increased. So this much change you can see. From Q to Q1, whenever price increases, you know that it will reduce. So this much change happened here. So when you see that change, what difference you can find? Can you find any difference? No. Sanam?
Ma'am, Maybe it's less than
Which one is less than?
the and the the quantity demanded.
Percentage, what is that? Once more you say?
The quantity demanded is
Quantity
less than.
demanded, the proportionate change in here from Q to Q1, it has reduced. When P to P1, it is increased. You see at least the length of this, how it is. The percentage change happened in price is more or less than the percentage change happened in quantity. Sanam,
And less
it is less in what? In
quantity demanded.
quantity demanded. That shows that even there is an increase in the price, it does not affect much in the quantity reduction. That kind of elasticity, we call it as relatively inelastic. See, in your textbook, they have not given clearly what do you mean by perfect elastic, perfectly elastic. They have given in a table some -10, -8 like that they have given. You cannot write that exactly as a definition for this relative inelastic or perfectly inelastic, relative elastic, you cannot write. So you can use these points for the explanation. Once more, what do you mean by perfectly elastic? Vishnu, can you tell? What do you mean by perfectly elastic demand? There are 5 types of demand. I mean, elastic demand: perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, relative elastic, and relatively inelastic. Now, when we talk about elastic, that means a change in price leads to a great change in quantity demanded. When we say talk about inelastic, even though there is a change in price, it will not result much change in the quantity demanded. Once more, keep it in your mind. Inelastic when we say. So these two cases, this one and this one, if you see, even though there is a change in price, in this case, what they are telling, there is no change in quantity demanded. In this case, what they are telling, quantity demanded, there is a change, but it is less than the change what happened to price. So inelastic means they are not much dependent on the price. Elastic in the sense they are very much dependent on the price. A small change also sometimes what happens brings a great change in the quantity demanded. Sometimes a small change, here I told you that a small change which is very minor, which cannot be shown at all, but you can see quantity is increasing. Okay, so like this you can see the differences between elastic and inelastic. Now what do you mean by perfectly elastic and what do you mean by perfectly inelastic? Pranav, can you tell what is perfect elastic and what is perfectly inelastic?
Small change in price causes major change in demand.
So their elasticity is equal to
Infinity.
infinity. What do you mean by perfectly inelastic? What do you mean by perfectly inelastic? What happens there? It is inelastic. So Pranav, he is there or went?
No change in demand.
No change in demand? No, don't say like that, perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic. You say in terms of proportionate change. Okay, I'll bring the screen once more. See, what do you mean by perfect elastic demand? Yes, at least see once. When there is a small change in price, what happens?
Major change in demand.
Major change in demand. So it is elastic. A great change is happening. Okay, now perfectly inelastic means what?
There is no change in demand.
There is no change in demand when? Even though?
Price is
Even though there is a change in price. So there always ED will be 0. The other one always ED will be infinity. These two situations I told you that it is not, it is imaginary. Okay, next one, relative elasticity and relative inelasticity. Akshay, can you tell what it is? What do you mean by relative elastic?
Relative elastic demand refers to demand when there is proportionate change produced in demand is greater than the
So you just
change
try
of
to
price.
tell in your own words, when there is a proportionate
Proportionate change
uh, in demand
demand
hmm, is
is greater than the proportionate
a
change
change
in
in price,
price.
then that kind of elasticity we call it as relative
Relatively
elasticity.
less.
ED will be always
Equal greater than 1.
ED will be always greater than 1. Okay. Rahul, can you tell what do you mean by relatively inelastic?
Ma'am, the change in the
Can you be a little more louder?
and there will be change in
No,
price.
don't tell this percentage change. You keep that in your mind. Percentage change in demand. What is that? Why I am going on telling this? This should go inside your mind. Okay, percentage change in
Price of the product.
percentage change in price of product. Okay, then
And there will be a
hmm,
percentage product of demand will get reduced.
will get reduced. Okay, so it should be more than. Which one should be more? Percentage change in demand or percentage change in product price?
Product.
Product price. Okay, percentage change is more than the product price than the percentage produced in the demand. Percentage change produced in the demand here. Here example I told you, if price is increasing by 30 percentage, demand is increasing only by 10 percentage. It is not reaching 30 percentage here. So that kind of elasticity we call it as relatively inelastic. ED will be less than 1 in this particular case. Now next one more elasticity is there that I told you before. Elasticity of demand is equal to 1. What is that? Proportionate change in demand produces the same change of price, same change in the price of the product. That kind of demand we call it as unitary elasticity or unitary elastic demand. What is the numerical value here? ED is equal to always 1. Now, what they have given here, it is related to, you can see a graph. Yes, when the price was P1, how much quantity was chosen? When the price was P1, what is the amount of quantity they have taken? Yes,
Q1.
OQ1. Okay, that much quantity is taken. When the price is reduced to P2, the amount chosen how much? Yes, anyone?
OQ2.
OQ2. Now, can you see anywhere the areas it is seen? Area of that selection where it is seen. Otherwise, you do one thing, take your textbook, page number 32 you take. There they have given a rectangular hyperbola. That is what the shape we call it as, oh sorry. The shape we call it as a rectangular hyperbola. Just, what is this? Did you take that? Page number 32. They have given there one graph, rectangular hyperbola. In that they have shown you x1, x2, y1, y2. Just take that. Did you get that? Everyone? Now just see the areas of OY1 and PX1. Two rectangles you can see there, OY1 PX1 and OY2 QX2. Just take that. And see whether it is equal. They have given 2 points there, P and Q. And that first one, OY1 and PX1. Just compare that. What did you feel that the areas when you compare?
They are equal.
They are
Equal.
they are equal. Now that kind of selection, or you can say that when there is an exact change happens in the demand and at the same time same change happens in the price of a product, that will be equal to 1. So whenever we plot that on a graph, you will be getting a hyperbola where the areas of both selection will be same. Okay, when there is a change, that change when we are calculating, it will be always equal to same. I told you before in the example, 20% and 40%, one example I told you, right? Quantity demand and the other one 40, price is 40%. Now instead of this 40%, the price change, if you are getting 20%, when you divide this, you will be getting 1. So there will be an exact proportionate change is happening in the field of demand also. At the same time, the same change is happening in the same percentage change in the happen in the field of price also. So because of that reason, the elasticity of demand will be always 1. And if you plot on that on a particular graph, you will be getting a hyperbola. Hyperbola, have you studied in any of the classes? No. Have you? Yes or no? First. In smaller class,
Yeah.
have you?
I mean 10th maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. So there is
No,
something
we learned only about parabola.
parabola, hyperbola. Some speciality is there for hyperbola. They say that the axis of these will be perpendicular. Okay, that is why it is called as, by seeing this, we may not feel that why this kind of line is drawn. Okay, so there is something speciality related to the, I mean, you know that there is X and Y axis. So when you draw this, the axis of these hyperbola, it will go straight. Something is there like that. Axis will be exactly perpendicular. Okay, because of that we call it as hyperbola. So don't go beyond the mathematical calculation, leave that, that is not needed. So here this kind of the other ones, whatever you saw, that is like a straight line. Whatever I showed you, this is a straight line. Here also it's all these are linear curve. But only in the matter of unitary elasticity, you will have a hyperbola where you have to show that the change in the price and change in the quantity demanded will be same. On the graph also, you should show that the quantity changed area, the price change area should be same. Okay. Now next one is related to the factors determining the price elasticity for a demand. What are the factors that determine the elasticity of demand for a particular good? The first one is nature of good. So whether to know that whether this particular commodity is elastic one, or whether the elasticity of demand is will be perfectly elastic or inelastic. To know that, first thing we should know whether what kind of good is that particular one, in the sense it's a necessary, or it is a comfort, or it is a luxury. Now whenever there is a change in the price, what will happen to the necessary good? What will happen in the matter of a necessary good?
There
What
won't be
is-
much change in demand.
There will not be much change in the necessary goods. So what kind of elasticity is that?
Inelastic.
Inelastic. Okay, it can be inelastic. Comfort goods, how it will be?
There might be
Com-
a reduction.
there might be a reduction in the demand. So it can be elastic or it can be inelastic, that kind of situation. So if we can say that it can be a unitary elasticity also. Luxury goods, what kind of elasticity we can see in the luxurious goods? Kevin? Akshay?
Um,
What kind of elasticity we can see in the matter of luxury goods?
Perfectly elastic.
Perfectly elastic, because a small change reduction in the price sometimes leads to a great demand. Okay, or a small increase in the price will reduce the demand at all. Like that you can see. Now next one, availability of substitute. Availability of substitute in the sense, you know that if there is an increase in the price of a substitute, what will happen to the demand? If there is an increase in the price of tea and coffee, if there is a increase in the price of tea, what will happen?
Demand for coffee will rise.
Demand for coffee will increase. So this is what kind of elasticity? Elastic demand. You can see a change, a great change in the other one. So that availability of substitute, if you have availability, then what happens? The other product's elasticity will be increasing. If there is no coffee at all, then we have to buy this. There is no other option at all. Okay. Income level. When there is an increase in the income level, what will happen? If there is an increase in the income level, what will happen?
Demand will increase.
Then even if there is an increase in the price, the quantity demanded will be more. So there is what kind of elasticity? What kind of elasticity? If see, the increase in the price, increase in the demand. So what is that?
Perfectly no. Perfectly
No, don't think
inelastic.
about perfectly elastic, because that will get confused. You just say whether elastic or inelastic.
Elastic.
Elastic it will be. There is a increase in price, the same way increase in the quantity demanded. Why is it? Because increase in the income level. Okay, that is why we say that elasticity. So these are the factors which determines the elasticity of demand for a particular good. The last only they have given that elasticity and expenditure. In there only they have given different kinds of elasticity in your textbook, but it's not given as perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, related that like that they have not given. Okay, so notes when I am giving, I will give under different headings like that. So you can learn from that rather than this, because if you read that, lot of things are there, you may get confused with that. So better I'll be giving notes for this particular chapter. And you know very well, first term you will be having MCQ questions, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so assertion reasoning sometimes will be there, MCQ questions will be there. So we will see when I give the notes, I will be giving related to that the questions. Okay, now just let me take the attendance, 1 minute. Previous period, I think I could not take the attendance. Yes, wait, Abhilash, Anish, and then Amal, Rahul, Pranav, Vishnu, Sanam, Akshay, Alan. Alan, Thomas is not there. Alan Burgess.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, sorry. Alan Burgess, Alan Thomas, Bazuri. Yes, just 1 minute. Okay then. Bye all. What happened, Ellen Thomas? Something happened? No. Okay then. Bye all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.